Hey everybody, John here from All Miniatures Great and Small, and today we're going to be playing Flames of War. This time it's going to be an early war battle between the French and Germans. We're going to have armies out of the Blitzkrieg book. We're playing 1500 points in free-for-all. Alright, John here, and this is my French force, 1500 points. It is a tank company, and it is led by my company commander. He is in a Hotchkiss light tank with a long gun, so that's an AT5 firepower 4+ gun. So not too shabby in early war. My platoons are a platoon of 5 Lafley anti-tank guns. These are some of my favorite French units. Tiny little truck with an anti-tank gun on the back. I have 5 of them. They are the best firepower in the French army. Anti-tank rating of 9, rate of fire 3, but they're in a armored truck, so they only have an armor rating of 0 all around, so kind of scary. But 5 of those, my primary anti-tank. Now next up we have a platoon of 4 Panards. These are recon platoon, armored cars. They only have 1 armor. But they do have a nice AT6 firepower 5+ gun, which is pretty nice. So that's my second platoon. Third platoon is a platoon of Hotchkiss light tanks, 2 long guns, 1 short gun, so AT4 and AT5 respectively. A platoon of 3 Char Bs, that's my heavy armor, front armor 6, side armor 5. Good against almost anything in the German army except Stukas and 88s. So those are the 2 things I'll have to try to look out for and avoid if I can. Then I have a platoon of 105mm artillery, 4 guns, standard artillery battery, AT4, firepower 4+, and then bombardment. Then I have, last but not least, a platoon of 2 25mm AA guns, 4-shot AT6, so you can use them anti-tank in a pinch. So they're pretty good. So there you go, that's 6 platoons. So when we play halvesies missions, we still get 3 platoons on the table. Defending the Lafleys are awesome in ambush, but since this is free-for-all, we're going to be starting with everything on the table, so my opponent's going to know where those Lafleys are. So there you have it. That's my 1500 points of French.
Alright, so this is my early war German Blitzkrieg army. It's a Panzer 38T army. So just to real quickly tell you what I have in my list. I got the HQ, 2 Panzer 38Ts. Although that is the model for Rommel, he is not Rommel. I just like it for my company commander. 1 platoon of 4 Panzer 38Ts, 1 platoon of 4 Panzer II Earlies, 2 Panzer IV Ds, 2 8 Rads, 2 88s with extra crew, and some limited Stukas. Just real briefly, I know Blitzkrieg is one of those eras that our group just doesn't get enough in, so some general talk. The Panzer 38T I think is somewhat ubiquitous. Everyone thinks it's a very well-rounded tank. It's got protected ammo, good gun, good armor for early war, so it's just kind of a good all-around solid thing to bring. The Panzer II Earlies right here, they're actually required in the list. They're somewhat cheap. I can't remember the exact cost of the 4 tanks, but it doesn't have the best gun, but in the end it's a fair support platoon. I treat it somewhat kind of like my armored infantry, like I would in late war, but really it can't really go up and fight against the big dogs in early war. The Panzer IV Ds, they're incredibly expensive for 2 tanks. It's 300 points, but they have a very long range gun. I think strength 7, AT7, 3+ firepower. So that's just very strong for early war. And then on top of that, it does have smoke, which just adds a degree of tactical flexibility in such a small army like this. So they fill a lot of roles like that. The 8 Rads, I know are expensive. They're the heavier unit of the recon that Germans can bring, but being rated as a Jeep really does help just get across the board as quick as I can sometimes. I've found that they're excellent harassing units, and people sometimes have a great deal of problems with them. And then, as always, like any early war German army, I do have 2 units, or 2 88s with extra crew. They're only confident trained here in early war, so they are somewhat of a liability, and they do not have gun shields, so you need to dig them in, otherwise they are very quickly eradicated. But Anti-Tank 13 is incredibly useful in early war, and you don't even have to roll for do armor penetration and I think against any allied tank. I may be wrong about that, but it seems like I never do. The only negative about it is I feel like they're seen in every list, but coming from a German player side point, it seems like in a tournament I'm gonna have to be prepared to fight Matildas. I'm gonna have to be prepared to fight Chaffies. So.
Not Chaffies.
Oh, sorry, not
Chars.
Chars, not Chaffies. They're all the same to me. But in the end, those those big things like that, it makes me feel not so safe just bringing limited Stukas. So I'm not saying it's their fault, but it is their fault. That's why I bring 88s. And then I've got my limited Stukas, which is just good because I don't have any artillery in the list. So get out there, reach out, and touch some people.
All right, so that's 1,500 points.
That's 1,500 points. Yeah.
Awesome. On to the battle. All right, so we are deployed for battle. The mission is free-for-all, 1,500 points. We'll go over the deployment real quick. We'll start here with the French. We have one German objective right here. We have a platoon of Laffleys. We have a platoon of Hotchkiss light tanks. We have the Char Bs. Now these guys are strung out because they're hiding from the 88, which you see over there. Then we have the company commander in a Hotchkiss, 4 Panhard recon platoon, a platoon of the anti-aircraft, and my 105mm artillery battery in the forest. So there's the French deployment, and we're coming over here to the Germans. We've got Panzer 38Ts hiding wisely behind the buildings, the Panzer IIs and 8 Rads on the road, looking down towards the French lines, 88s in the woods, Panzer IVs, and the company commander in a 38T. My objectives are here and here. Just to go over the terrain really quick, pretty much everything is standard. Walls and fences provide concealment shooting over. The hedges, normally how we play the hedges here, they are line of sight blocking terrain. They are tall hedges. So we're going to go ahead and do reconnaissance moves and then come back for rolling off for the first turn. Alright, so reconnaissance moves are done. My Panhards moved up. His 8 Rads moved down the road. And now we're going to roll off for first turn. Because Jacob has deployed first, he's going to get a +1 to this die roll. So he wins. So first turn, Germans.
So for German movement, turn 1, this whole platoon kind of sidled over a little bit to my right. The 2 I see being daring and hanging out in the open. Panzer IIs moved forward a little bit. I got this guy might get a shot on these recon, but for the most part they're somewhat hidden. Panzer IVDs gonna provide some backfield shots on hopefully some of our enemies' commanders being cocky once again. And as always, I'm being very aggressive with my recon, and I'm just shoving them right down the middle. So we'll see how that pans out.
All right. So on to German shooting.
All right. So I have my Panzer 38T general or commander gonna fire his coax and his whole machine gun at that AA team right there.
Okay.
You are trained, correct?
I'm trained.
So 3+ to hit base, 4 for concealment, 5 for gone to ground.
Yes.
All right. Needing 5s. 2 hits.
2 hits.
And you are gone to ground, so you have a 3+ save, correct?
I got 2. So I've got to we've got to sign those out. So it's gonna be...
I think they might be range wise. It can only go against.
All right. So both hits go on him. So I'm looking for 3+. And he's dead. Blah.
So I'm gonna fire these 2 8 Rads, their coax machine guns, into this AA platoon.
Okay.
So 6 shots in total. Once again, just needing 5s. 1.
Got 1. All right, and I assume you're preferring gun team.
Sorry.
So I will get a 3 up. He's good. How many hits was that so far? 3?
That was 3.
So they're not pinned yet.
Not yet. All right, so 1 Panzer II early gonna fire at these recon tanks.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 4s for concealment. So here's for the cannon, which is a miss, and the machine gun, which is a miss.
All right. Vive la France!
So these two Panzer 4Ds are going to fire into your recon platoon. One is a short, pretty sure it's out in the open shot. I can see, I think, more than half. And then the other one is going to be concealed in long range. So the first one, which is just a straight 3,
Okay.
is a miss. And the other one, which is a 5, which is a miss.
All right. Whew. These Pinards are leading a charmed life so far.
All right, my 88s are just going to go ahead and dig in. They are trained, so I need a 4+, which I do.
Oh. Oh, that's too bad.
All right, so Stormtroopers, the 8 rads, need a 3+. No.
Hello, 8 rads.
For the commander, we'll join the Panzer 4Ds, needing a 3+. No.
Hello, Panzer 4Ds.
And the Panzer 2s, needing a 3+. Hey, something.
He can back out. Run away.
Yeah.
Sorry, tactically redeploy.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, they're all going to get on the road. Is that fine? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that'll give you the most options next turn.
Yeah. And then over here, my 2IC will join this unit, needing a 3+. They do.
I make it.
If only I knew what I wanted to do. Alright. It's the end of German turn 1.
Alright, on to French, turn 1. Before our French turn 1, let's do a quick recap of the turn. The Germans did what Germans do best, and they blitzkrieged here on the my right flank. They kind of whiffed with their firepower, though. They killed one 25mm anti-aircraft team, but then did not pin the platoon, and he failed a couple of important stormtroopers. So hopefully I can make him pay, but if not, next turn's going to look ugly since those 88s now are dug in and will have full rate of fire. Scary. All right, on to French. Turn 1. All right, so French movement is complete for turn 1. I went for the bait. I moved out my Lafley anti-tank trucks to take on those Panzer 38Ts out in the open. It might be the best shot I get at them, so we'll have to see how that goes. Over here I shuffled my Hotchkiss light tanks. Anytime you play Germans in early war, you have to deal with these 88s, and they have a good commanding field of fire, so I'm hiding before he annihilates me. The Chars I moved up just a little bit. This guy is actually looking through a gate, but he's probably still not going to get a shot because my own guys are blocking him. The Pinards pretty much stayed put except for one to move up, and everyone else is the same. So on to French shooting. Alright, first up, my heavy hitters, these Lafleys, are going to be firing 4 shots into the short range Panzer 38T, so he gives it away within 16 inches. He's out in the open, so I'm going to be hitting on 4s. And we got 3 hits. Now those are 18-9.
Yep. So he won't be able to save. He'll save on he'll equal on a 6, and he'll equal on a 6 because they're long range.
Right.
For number 2.
So you could possibly bounce them.
No, equal.
Or equal,
yeah.
possibly.
So on this one, needing a 6. Nope.
Nope.
And the next one down. No.
Nada.
So firepower for this gentleman right here.
Right. 4+.
He's destroyed.
Dead.
Next one down.
Bailed.
Bailed, and then
Bailed.
Okay.
So destroy, bail, bail.
And that is my 2IC, so do you want to roll a warrior? I always forget which way it is. 4+ you kill him.
I think that's definitely cocked.
So he is dead.
He is dead.
Okay.
Alright, so it's better than I'd feared. Worse than I'd hoped. So, on to the next unit. Alright, so next we're going to have this 25mm anti-aircraft platoon. They are going to fire into this recon. Since they shot, they don't have an opportunity to break off. It is 4 shots through concealment.
Yeah.
You're a veteran, so I'm hitting you on 5s.
Yes, sir.
Alright. So we got 1 hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's 86 versus your
For number 1.
1.
So on a 5+, so I'm looking for, no, so possible destroy on this guy right here.
Alright, and that's a 5+ firepower. And he's bailed. Alright, next up, the Penards are going to fire. 3 of these did not fire, so they're getting full rate of fire. However, these 2 are firing through concealment. He will not be, and then he moved with no concealment on the side. Are your side armor 1 or side armor 0?
I believe it is side armor 0.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. So I'll roll these through concealment short range needing 5s.
Okay.
We got 2 hits there.
Okay.
With concealment, with no concealment, needing 4s. No hits. Moving, sorry, he doesn't get 2 shots. He just gets 1 shot, needing a 4. And he gets it. So that's 3 hits total.
All right. So
86.
Yep. So 86 going against the front. This guy first, needing a 5+. So he bounces
it. Nice.
And then on the commander, needing a 6. He equals. So on a 4 or on a firepower, he will bail.
Okay.
And this one on the side, I need a 6. No. So so a firepower to bail and a firepower to destroy on the same one.
All right. Bail on a 5+. Destroy on a 5+. Destroy.
Oh, nice.
So that is a morale check for them.
Yep.
Sweet. Alright, next up, we're going to fire the 105 artillery right on the company commander's head. If we get it, we'll hit all 3. First in range attempt on a 5. Second attempt on a 5. Got it.
Got it. So you got all 3?
So we got all 3. And we have to roll it separately, right?
Together. That's
together.
key.
Alright, so I'm hitting you on normally 4s, so 5s.
Yeah.
So second attempt. So we got 2 hits.
Nice.
AT 4.
4. Alright, I'll go against my Panzer 4s. So 1 versus 4,
Okay.
needing a 3+, right?
Yeah.
So this one, he is a possible destroy, and this one is a bounce.
Alright, so 4+ firepower. He's bailed out. Alright, last but not least, my company commander. Short range shot into that bailed out armored car. 2 shots, hitting on 5s for concealment. We get 1 hit. It's AT5.
For armor 1, so I need a 4+.
And you bounce it. Nice. Alright, and that's it for
Morale?
French shooting. So we got a morale check here.
4+, they're confident. He stays.
They stick around. And that's it. We'll do a quick recap of the turn. We killed 1, 8 rad, bailed out the other. We bailed out 1 of those Panzer IVs. And on this side of the board, we destroyed 1 30AT and bailed out 2. So not bad, but we could have done a little bit better. So on to Germany, turn 2. Alright, so first up, Jacob's rolling for air power, 5 dice, limited air. And you definitely get it.
1 plane.
Just 1 plane. No priority or anything to re-roll the air power?
No, unfortunately, no.
Gotcha. And I do, although I don't have a model for it, have air support as well, air defense.
Do you roll that now?
I will check the rules to see if I roll that now. Okay, so you'll have to imagine the French fighters make a pass on this Stuka. It is a sporadic air for my fighters. All they can do is intercept ground attack aircraft. I need a 1-6, to cancel this Stuka's attack this turn. So here we go, looking for a 6. And we don't. So he continues on his attack run unmolested. And quite predictably, the Stuka goes after my Laffleys. Curse you, Jacob.
I'm not predictable. Alright, so bailing back in, this Panzer 3018 needing a 4+, it has protected ammo.
Whew,
and the next one,
oh,
goodbye die. Fail it with protected ammo. No, so only 1 gets back in.
okay.
Over here, this Panzer 4, get back in on a 4+, but I have my company commander right there. He does get back in.
Okay.
And last but not least, this 8 rad on a 4+.
Oh, he likes
Everyone happy.
Alright, on to German shooting. On to German movement.
Oh, sorry.
Recap of German movement.
Alright, so my Panzer 38Ts, these 2 moved up, hopefully to get some shots on the Laffleys. and this guy's going to stay put and use his full rate of fire. Over here, the Panzer IIs have kind of ducked back around through here. I'm going to try and have a shoot off with these armored cars. My company commander is hiding in the woods, and then the Panzer IVs are going to go ahead and do some long range shots with their full rate of fire.
And disgustingly good firepower in those. They're 3+, right?
3+, yes.
Yeah, nice.
And then I'm as aggressive as always. My 8-rad is just barreling down.
So the 8-rad is making a run for my 105. All right, on to German shooting.
Alright, the Panzer 38Ts, I have 2 long-range shots here that are concealed and long-range, so 5+. And so I'll just go ahead and roll those 2 right now.
Okay.
Needing 5s. Nothing. And then over here, I've got 2 short-range shots that are just concealed. The rear armor on your Lafley is...
I'm 0.
You're 0. Okay.
I'm a truck.
So I'll go ahead
but I'm an armored truck.
I'll shoot my machine guns as well. So first the cannon shots from the 2 of them.
Okay.
Needing 4s. So 1 hit with a cannon. Oops.
Okay.
And then they have a coax and a hull. So 4 machine gun shots needing 4s.
I've got 3.
1 cocked. 3. Yeah.
And so 3 machine gun and 1 main, which is enough to assign 1 to each. So we'll do the main gun shot. I'm armor 0.
I'm 86.
86. It's long range, so my armor goes to 1. So I need a 6 to bounce. So we'll do the main gun first. The long range main gun. No, the long range didn't hit. Sorry.
No, it's all.
It's a short range.
Yeah.
All right. We'll start that again. The short range main gun, I'll put on him. So I need a 6 to equal.
Yeah.
So that's a pen on him.
So should I do firepower?
Sure.
Needing a 4+. So 1's
So
bailed.
he's bailed out.
And 3 machine guns.
And then 3 machine guns, I'll just go down the line. Anti-tank 2 versus my 0, so a 1 is a pen, 2 equals. First, bounces, bounces, bounces.
Nice.
So 1 bailed out, Lafley so far.
So my Panzer IIs are gonna fire into your reconnaissance.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to do him a little bit. I think him individually because he can only see one thing. So 1 cannon shot and 1 machine gun shot.
Okay.
You're out in the open, so just 3s.
Sounds good.
So the cannon on a 3+ hits, and machine gun on a 3+ also hit. So it has to go there, and the 3 of these I think can be split out evenly enough.
Sounds good.
So 3 cannon shots.
2 more
2
hits.
hits, and then 3 machine gun shots. 3 hits. So two more cannons and 3 machine guns to allocate.
All right, we'll assign these hits and come around. All right, so we've assigned the hits. I'll go ahead and make my armor. The Panhard armored car is 1 armor all around. The AT of the main guns is 5, so I need a 4 to equal and a 5 or 6 to bounce. So I'm going to go ahead and do the main guns first. So the 6s represent main gun shots, so we'll do the main gun shot on him. So
Bounce.
a possible...
Right?
Oh yeah, that bounces.
Yeah.
So that's gone. We'll do the machine gun while we're here. So machine gun, 1 is a possible bail. So bounce that.
Right.
So he's safe. Then we have main gun on this fine fellow here. So a possible bail.
So 5+ it'll bail.
And then the machine gun, anything but a 1, so a possible bail on a 6.
Hey.
So you bail him out with...
With a machine gun.
I'll just put the die on there until we get the token. 1 machine gun on my company commander, anything but a 1. Whew, almost a 1. I need to stop saying that. So he bounces that one. That one's gone. And then 1 main gun on this Lafley. Bounce.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. And the machine gun, here's what gets through. Well, bounce that one as well. So 1 bailed out Panhard so far. I weathered that storm quite well. Of course, he's got a lot more nasty coming my way.
Alright, so the Panzer IVs I didn't move. So 2 shots, short range out in the open, so just 3s. And then this guy is long range and concealed, so there'll be 5s.
What about I check his line of sight because of these trees?
I think those are the ones I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's
range.
concealed.
Yeah,
Okay.
concealed and long range.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So 2 short range open, long range, 2 long range concealed.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So the 2 on 3+. So 2 hits, and then 2 on 5+. 1 hit.
All right. So can anyone see this guy?
Let's grab that laser.
Alright, so we've assigned the main gun hits as follows. This is the only guy at short range from those guys, so I need a 6 to equal. And we do not, so that's a firepower to destroy.
3+.
And he bailed out guy is now dead guy. And then these two long range ones, I need a 5 to equal. So that's a possible bail.
He's bailed.
He's bailed, so we'll just transfer the bail token there, and then I'm going to pause that because that's my... Alright, we're back at it. We have one last firepower here. 5 plus 2 equal. So can this Pinard pull it out? Nope, firepower to destroy. And he is gone. So that is going to be a test for that platoon with 2 dead and only 1 alive.
Alright, my Panzer 38T commander is going to fire his coax and whole machine gun into this AA unit.
Okay.
At 3 shots total. You fired last turn, so you're no longer gone to ground. So just 3s for concealment.
Well, 4s for concealment.
Oh yeah, sorry, 4s.
4 hits.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Alright, and then I need a
2 and 2.
2 and 2, and these are going to be 3-up saves.
He's going to be 5-up.
Oh, a 5-up save because he fired. So here's the 2 5-ups. Watch it happen. Vive la France!
Close.
Oh, no, Vive la France. The commander on a 3-up. Oh, there's my Vive la France. Alright, so he stays, but that is a morale check for them as well.
So then my my 8 rat is going to fire its coax into the side of these lovely AT guns, needing 3s, right?
Needing 3s.
2 hits.
2 hits. And I'm assuming you will prefer gun teams?
Gun teams, yes.
Alright, so I've assigned the hits here. Got a 5+ save for this guy. He's dead. And this guy, he's dead. So that's 2 105. Alright, so firing is over, so we're going to resolve the Stuka attack. First up is the defensive AA. Each one of these Laffleys has a AA machine gun. They get 1 shot each. One guy's bailed out, so 4 dice. It's a skill test, so I'm hitting you on 4 because I am trained. And it looks like we got 3 hits.
6s to...
And then we need one of these 6s to shoot down your 1 plane. So my firepower is 6. So here we go. Vive la France!
Yay!
So shoot him down. And unlike 40K, he doesn't crash into my units. Alright, so there we go. So on to German stormtroopers. Alright, after the shooting phase, we've got morale checks. So for the anti-aircraft platoon here, on a 4+, he sticks around. And then the Panards, this is important. They'll stick around on a 4+. Here we go. They stick around as well.
Alright, so in the German assault phase, I'm going to be bold. I'm going to have to charge. Closest to closest, I actually hit this staff team, which puts me in the front arc of this artillery piece.
Alright, so defensive fire.
4+.
4+.
Right? No, it would be 3+.
3+. Well, 5 hits.
4+. Yeah, 5 hits. So firepower?
Is 80... I want to say it's 8. Alright, so it is anti-tank 7, so that... Can you bounce that? You got a 1?
Auto pen.
Okay. And then 2+ firepower. So anything but a 1 here. Got him.
Alright.
Okay, Stormtrooper phase.
Alright, for this unit...
And yes, I know, internet commentators, there is no official Stormtrooper phase.
Go. 8 inches there.
The Germans are confused. They're unsure of where to run.
Alright. Panzer IIs.
Panzer IIs. They do not. Oh, I like that.
And the Panzer IVs.
They do.
Do. You know what? You know, they're happy where they are, actually.
Okay.
I'll stay put.
Anyone else?
No, that's it.
Alright, that's kind of a bloody turn. I lost another 25mm AA gun. I lost 2 armored cars, 2 105mm artillery, and 1 bailed out Laffley. So on to French turn. I guess this is French turn 3?
Yeah.
Or no, 2. You just had your 2. Alright, on to French turn. Alright, so first up, man on his own check here. 4+. He likes being on his own. And then we're going to try to bail back in this Pinard on a 4+. He likes it. And then over here, the Laughley on a 4+. He also likes it. So no one is bailed out, and on to Frank. Alright, in the movement phase, this Charbie is going to make a bog check over the hedges. Woo! He's good. Okay, recapping French movement. The one Laughley moved up so he could add his firepower over here. The Hotchkiss light platoon is moving off to my left flank to give them support. The Charbies burst through the hedges to line up some shots on these Panzer IIs, and everyone else stayed put for shots. You already saw my smoke attempt, which failed, so on to... Alright, so first up for shooting, my two remaining 105s are going to be firing a smoke bombardment onto that 88 right there. We are looking for 5s. I'm just going to roll all 3 dice because it doesn't matter first, second, or third attempt if it's successful. So looking for 5s. And we do not get it. No smoke for me. Alright, we're going to start here. The Laughleys into the 38Ts. 4 of these did not move, so they're firing 12 shots, rate of fire 3. And then the one guy who did move gets 1 die, so it's going to be 13 dice total. And that's long range or short range concealment. So
yeah, as we...
So, we are looking for 5s.
Yep.
With 13 shots. So we have, looks like a lot of hits. So we'll come back with the distribution of the...
Alright, so these up here can't stop it. It's close range. They're front armor 2, 18-9, so I can't even get close. Over here, it's +1 armor for long range, so that makes it 83. On his 6, I can equal.
Alright, 2 main gun shots.
No.
2 pens. We'll just go ahead and roll those. 4+ firepower.
So
He's dead.
And then 3 rolls for this gentleman right here.
Okay, straight through the armor. 4+. He's dead.
And last but not least, the last one.
Last guy. 2 dice. And we got him as well.
Alright, there's one remaining tank in the platoon.
Clean sweep. 3 hits. 3 dead. 38 Ts. Couldn't ask for more. Kind of wishing that Stuka had made it through the defensive fire. Alright. Alright, so next up, the Charbies are going to be firing into the Panzer IIs. They each are firing with their turret. They can't fire their hull-mounted gun because they moved. And with the one-man turret rule, it's +1 to hit. So those tanks are out in the open. So normally 4, hitting on a 5 with the one-man turret rule. So we've got 3 dice looking for 5s. So we got no hits from the Chars. Alright, next up, the Pinard armored cars are both going to fire into the Panzer IIs as well. So it's 4 dice. They're out in the open. So hitting on 4s. Sound good, Jacob?
Yep.
Alright. So we got 2 hits.
You said 84? Or
86.
So I'll go there, and I'll go here.
Okay.
So that's 86 to my front armor of 2. So I need a 4+ to equal. On this one, bounce.
Excellent.
And on the next one, he's a possible destroy.
Alright, 5+ firepower check. We got him.
Yes.
Lastly, my company commanders, 2 shots. Now that lead Panzer II is destroyed, you get concealment, so I'm hitting you on 5s. Snake eyes. He is unhappy. And I believe that is it for French shooting. Morale check.
1 German Panzer 38T right here.
Alright.
Hey!
Oh, he likes it.
Unlucky. Alright, German turn. My dice. Here we go, a 5+, 3 planes.
Alright, 3 planes. I need a 6 for my fighters to cancel that. I'm only on 2 dice now. So give me a 6. Vive la France! Alright, so it comes on through. Alright, so the Stuka is going after my company commander, and I think he'll cover a Charbie as well, if he ranges in.
Alright, so 88s, I'm going to have 2 different targets. This one's going to fire down the pipe into this Charbie.
Okay.
So 3 shots, long range. You are trained, correct?
I am trained.
So 3's base, 4's for long range, 5's for concealment.
The concealment, let me point out from the wreckage of your burning Nazi tank.
That is correct.
All right.
All right, needing 5s?
Needing 5s.
1 hit.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a front armor 6, so I go to 7, so I could equal
Yeah.
on a 6. And here we go. Vive la France. No.
Close.
All right,
Very
firepower.
3+. Yes.
Got him.
Sorry, Charlie.
I don't think you're sorry.
And then the other 88 firing into the backmost artillery gun.
Okay.
Long range concealment, so 5s, correct?
5s.
1 hit
1 hit.
towards the gun, so you have a
I
fire.
got my gun shield.
Yep, gun
oh
shield.
yeah, no, I got 5+ save first.
Yeah, 5+ save. Oh, look at that.
Where was that for my char? All right. It bounces at.
Alright, my commander is going to fire his Panzer 30 T gun at your reconnaissance.
Okay.
So 2 shots,
Hitting on 3s.
stationary, hitting on 3s. 2 hits, and then 2 machine gun hits, or shots. 2 more hits.
All right, so main gun and machine gun on both of my armored cars to resolve. So your company commander really hit with everything. So this guy first, armor 1 versus AT6. So I need a 6 to bounce. So firepower for the main gun.
He's bailed.
He's bailed, and then the machine gun, we'll go ahead and roll that. I bounce. So he's going to be bailed out, and then over here, main gun on the platoon commander. I bounce,
nice.
and the machine gun, I also bounce. So 1 bailed, so that is going to be a test with 1 bailed, 1 alive, and 2 dead.
Alright, so the Panzer II is going to split fire, so this guy's going to fire into your artillery.
Okay.
So the cannon needing a 4, right? For
Concealed
yeah,
and
just-
short range, yep.
It's needing a 4, so cannon miss, and then machine gun hit.
All right, I'll just go ahead and do his 5+ firepower.
Yep.
He's good.
He bounces. And then these 2 tanks are going to fire. I've got 1 cannon and 1 machine gun into your reconnaissance.
Okay.
So 2 cannon shots on 3s, 2 hits, and then 2 machine gun shots on 3s. 1 hit.
Machine gun. So we'll do a main gun and a machine gun on him. What is the AT for the main?
5.
All right, so I need a 5 to bounce. So we'll do the main gun on him. So firepower.
5+. Bailed.
So he's bailed. And then a machine gun on him as well. We'll go ahead and roll that, which he bounces.
Yeah.
And then 1 main gun on the bailout guy. And that's a firepower for him.
He is bailed.
And then a double bail, so an immediate morale check 4+. He is destroyed. He blows up his tank and runs away.
Alright, so my 2 Panzer IVs into your artillery.
Okay.
The 2 cannons needing 4s for concealment.
Okay.
2 hit.
hits,
This
nice.
is priority gun team also.
Yes.
And then 2 machine guns, I'm pretty sure. Or is it? Yeah.
1 machine gun. All right, so we'll do the main guns have to go on my main guns.
Yeah.
And then we'll put a hit on the staff team.
Okay.
So let's do the staff team first. 3+ save. He's good. I should have done that for the gun. Main gun, 5+ save for the 105 out in front. So firepower.
3+. Yes.
He's destroyed, and then the gun in the back. 3+ firepower.
He's
got
destroyed.
both of them.
Wow.
So good shooting from the Panzer IVs. Knock out the remaining artillery. Well played. All right, so I don't have any AA fire for this attack. So Jacob gets to range in automatically.
2 tanks, and then so it's just 4+ to hit with bombs.
Okay.
I get to reroll misses because I have 3. All right.
Ha! You don't need to.
Yeah.
And then what is it?
The Stuka is a. Sorry.
All right, so it's AT5 for the bomb.
Yeah.
Top armor 1, so I need a 4 to equal. Here's my company commander. So
2+.
2+.
He's a
You
goner.
kill my company commander.
Nice.
Let's see you roll to see if he jumps into that char B.
He is dead.
He's
as Dorn.
dead. And then the char B has a top armor 2, so I need a 3 to possibly glance. And we get a 4, so we bounce it off the roof of the char B. But the Stuka claims the company commander's life before flying off. Next time. Alright, so morale checks for French units at the end of the assault phase. The remains of the artillery platoon on a 4+. They like it. And here we go for the 1 surviving armored car, Pinard, and he also likes it. The French have not failed a morale Yes!
Stormtroopers real quick.
Stormtroopers for the Germans.
Panzer IVs.
Looks like they got it.
That
6.
was a good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Just have to be out in the open, I guess. The Panzer IIs.
They like it. They remember it had a stormtrooper after last
They
turn.
do.
Huh, they cower behind this wreck.
They shall. All right. For my company commander
Okay.
and a bog check.
That's good.
Okay. And then that's actually it for me.
Alright, so on to French. Turn 3, I believe. Just a quick recap. I lost the rest of my 105s. I lost another armored car. I lost my company commander. And over here, nothing happened. So, alright, on to French, turn 3. Alright, I gotta bail back in here in this armored car. 4+. No, he stays bailed out. And then we have a man on his own test for the commander of the anti-aircraft gun platoon. He's still sticking around. Alright, so these guys are going to try to move off the table. They need a skill test to do it successfully. If they fail, they give Jacob another victory point. So here we go. They are off the table. Ha! You don't get that point. Of course, when you win, you'll get full points anyway. Alright, so we're going to go straight into shooting. I've got my Charbies. They moved up into the wheat field to get some shots on the Panzer IIs. So one of my Chars has an open shot, one is through smoke. So he's going to hit on a 4, which goes to a 5 with one-man turret, and a 6 for the guy through smoke. Nada. Oh, and movement over here, the Laffleys have moved forward. The Hotchkiss light tanks doubled and moved up to the hedge, but are not touching it. So that's it for French turn 4 or 3, whatever it is. It's very fast turn. So on to German.
Alright, so air for Germans for the 4th turn.
Oh, they're coming again.
2 planes.
All right, I got 1 die for air interception. Let's see that. Vive la France! No.
Not yet.
He comes on through. I know the Stuka's going after my Chars. You knock these guys out, I'm not going to have much to contest once you're sitting on that objective.
Alright, so movement. I swung my Panzer IVs around, holding this objective. My Panzer IIs are also making that way so I can contest with multiple units. And then my Panzer 38T over here, holding that objective for dear life, is just trying to hide from the Laffleys.
Gotcha. And then your Stuka's in here, and Jacob was very careful to make sure his tanks were 16 inches away from that airplane. So on to German shooting.
Alright, so my 2 Panzer 4Ds are going to fire direct fire smoke into your Char. I finally got it. That's close range concealment, so we need 4s.
4s.
2 shots. Nothing.
No smoke.
And there is nothing really else for me to shoot at because Panzer IIs can't touch you from the front, and my 88s
Panzer II reach here?
16-inch range on the gun.
16 inch, okay.
Yeah. So I think we'll just go to airplanes.
All right. I don't have any anti-aircraft fire, so.
And I think is
You
that
get both
2?
of them.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So two Chars on a 4+.
Ugh.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Spot on.
Here we go. So we'll do this guy first.
AT5.
We need a 3 to equal. So that's a pen on a. That's a destroyed
Destroy.
Char, and then the next one, that's a penetrate. Oh no, sorry, that's a
equal.
possible.
So
he's bailed out. All right. So that's a morale check for the Chars. All right, here we go. Morale check. If I fail this, I don't think I can contest that objective, and you win. So we'll see. 4+. And the Chars run. So I think we're gonna have to call it there, Jacob.
All right.
Because there's even if he bails in, he's not going to be able to get over there to contest, and I cannot contest over here anytime soon. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good game. All right, we'll go into a quick recap of the board and a post-game show in just a moment. Alright, so this is where the world ends for France. Just kind of a recap of the battle. On this side, my left flank, I actually did really well. My Lafleys annihilated the Panzer 38Ts, and I was moving up, having to avoid the well-placed 88 in the woods over there, which had range to right about here. And rate of fire 3, he would have torn up those Lafleys if he had a chance. And then over here, Jacob blitzed and did what the Germans do best. He assaulted in, knocked out my AA guns first, which was a smart move, and you saw the Stuka came in and pretty much crushed me. The Stukas did well. They got the command Hotchkiss, and they got two chars. No, the 88 got that char
at the end.
Oh yeah, because two chars. So that's a good return on your investment. Maybe I shouldn't have ran those guys off the board, but he would have assaulted them anyway, and it was a staff team, so the chance of them surviving anyway would be next to nil. So not a big loss there. As far as good performers on the French side, I think my Pinards did really well. My recon, even though they didn't really move much, they stuck out for 3 turns and were able to put out some fire. And of course the Lafleys were pretty awesome. They did their job, shot down a Stuka and took out 4 Panzer 38Ts. These light guys didn't do much, but they're kind of backfield support. I probably should have doubled them that way instead of doubling them this way. But even then, there's no way they could have contributed much to that battle over there. So that's it for me. Jacob, how do you feel your army performed?
Really, I mean, pretty good. I've been told I'm extremely aggressive with my recon in past tournaments, and that's true. I did it again. I ran those 8 rads right down the middle. They're the only platoon that I lost, but I think that they kind of opened the breach for me. They 808 the AA platoon, drew some fire, and then they went ahead and ate at the that artillery platoon. So I don't know. It always just seems to work out for me if I'm really aggressive with them. At that point, the Stukas are pretty lucky. I'm actually not a big fan of air support in general, but in early war, it's just so helpful against those things like those Char Bs. And then, I mean, the Lafleys are always, I'm afraid of them, and every game I play, I'm reminded why I should be afraid of them. I mean, I thought I was going to draw you out, hit them with some air support, but, I mean, they knocked away the air support and then just brushed aside those Panzer 38Ts, so they did what I should have assumed they were going to do, so I'm pretty happy. I play aggressive. It seems to win quick or lose bad, so. Yeah,
and really, the 38Ts did their job. They held me up from that objective. That would be 2-3 turns before I could get over there. Yeah. And your 88's in a good position to shoot at me if I were to make a play for that objective. Yeah. And then over here, your attack was good. Even if your airplanes got shot down, for example, my charge would come across here, but then you've got that 88 in a great line of fire to take me out. So those chars would have to face 2 tank platoons and long-range 88 fire, and it probably wouldn't have worked either. So even with the Stukas, I think Jake's play was just a really good plan and totally smashed the French. So there you have it. Any closing thoughts?
No, I love seeing the French on the board. Hopefully we'll get more Flames of War games in soon.
Yeah, so you can look forward to more Flames of War content. I think the next game is going to be Flames of War Vietnam, recreation of the Battle of Ia Drang, well, a small version of that. So there you go, folks. If you like this, please subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you'd like to see. Otherwise, keep on gaming.